MyNBA.
Getting off to a hot start, always a good sign. But don't sleep on the teams that are still getting locked in. A lot can change in the coming months.
Now we'll look at the starting lineup for the Bronx. They've got Curry, who's out there with Flash, and it's Phillips in at the 3 spot. Here's Phenom, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Now, here is Morris. Here's Beal, and the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Well, Beal can really score just about anywhere. Don't be surprised when he knocks down shots from the mid-range.
Passes it to Curry. And Curry throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now here's Beal, and it's denied. They get it back, and the wide open shot from Avdia. Off target from outside. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at the Hawks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, seeing where the Bronx is, they're rolling, and we expected that. Lots of talent. The chemistry is there, and so is the unrivaled production.
Phenom, covered by Morris.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Fast break, the Bronx, and Curry with the stuff.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now, here is Morris. His last outing, he had 8 points. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Beal finds Gafford. Gafford is screen on Curry. Avdia. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Phenom, and the Bronx tacks on 2 more.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Beal. Back to Gafford, and Gafford throws it down.
I've seen Bradley Beal elevate his playmaking ability over the years. That's nice work in the pick and roll.
Here's Phenom, and he slams it down right on top of Denny Avdia.
And how about they don't waste any time matching that throwdown with one of their own.
A show of their determination right there. GA, he's asked to carry a big-time scoring role, but Bradley Beal makes his teammates better as well.
And that's an area, Kevin, he has really grown in his...
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Whitehead passes to Beal. To the middle. It's stolen. Pass to Early. A floater, and that one is hammered home.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. And so it's Washington with it. 7-point differential. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Bronx team.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series. for these clubs, both looking to take round one.
And I don't know if I'm going to call these guys rivals, but as conference opponents, they're still familiar with each other. Neither team will want to give an inch in this first meeting.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bronx.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Yeah, I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
Really left alone that time. Beal's got 5.
And this is why you want to involve Bradley
In that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
Well, it's about taking smart shots and playing with great control. And that smart shot selection coupled with tremendous pure shooting, that's got them on the top of the list.
Beal deciding where to go with it. White, wide open. He fires. Good. And it's Beal picking up the assist.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
The Bronx leading by 5. Stolen by Avdia. And now running up the court. Avdia pushing it up. Beal from long range. He can't get that one to fall. We've got 1:48 left here in the first quarter. There's the triple. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Whitehead passes to Beal. Here he goes, and finished off by Beal.
Beal just trying to find the lane to the rim. Something opened up, and he took advantage.
In the corner, it's Robinson. Beyond the arc. And the Bronx, another 3.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. They trail by 9 points. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters, and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Picked away. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Beal's running. It's deflected. There's 42 seconds left in the first. Here's Phillips, and then jammed down as he goes right over Daniel Gafford.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
The drive by Beal. Stolen away. Here's Early, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area, just dominating, controlling that spot. When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. The Bronx leads by 11. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And looking at what we've seen from the Bronx, what do you guys think?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Well, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
They've got Daniel Gafford. White is out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Avdia. And it's Whitehead in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Barrows. Coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And White kicks to Morris. Knocks it loose. Robinson against Morris. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And an out-of-this-world reverse jam. Woo.
And that is first class right there. Can you believe that dunk?
I'm not sure, Greg, I can. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Wizards ownership has promised to never hit the hard reset button we saw from teams in recent years like the Sixers. But the fact remains that this is a franchise that last enjoyed a 50-win season in 1979. So for the patient, diehard fans in the DMV, it seems the wait for a true contender may take a lot longer. Kevin?
Well, time will tell, David. Thanks. Phillips, he's checked in for the Bronx. A three off the inbound. White, good. White's got his second bucket of the night.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Papadopoulos passes to Barros. Here's the great. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The Bronx shooting their first free throw of the night here. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA.
Just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
Wizards trail by 17. Morris looking over the floor. Kispert wide open. He fires. Misses the three. The Bronx, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Morris finds Gafford. Pass to Kispert. And here is Hachimura. Shot clock at 6. Morris outside. And again, Washington no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little... Oh. How about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
And so White will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. And a wide-open look for Hachimura. And the three ball is good. Hachimura's got his first 3 points of the game. And Greg, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw, left-handed.
Yeah, and you know, the angles are different for lefties. We operate a little differently. And I think that can throw defenders off. So I'm always going to pull for the southpaw.
The pass to Kispert. It's stolen by Early. Here's the great, covered by Morris. Out to the right wing. Here's Phillips. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Now Morris, looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Hachimura finds Morris. The 19-foot shot. That one off the back iron and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Sinks it, and the shot from Early.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Hey, right here. Morris with the ball. And there's the drive. The shot's good from Kispert. Kispert's got his first basket of the night. Utmost position. And, of course, the Washington Wizards. They have a lot of ground to make up. The Bronx leading by 22. White with the double team. Here's Phenom. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
White the pass to Gafford. He kicks it to Kispert. Got a piece of it. Here's White. Out left to the wing. Washington needs to get a shot off here. It's deflected.
2 minutes.
Phenom. White covering.
2 minutes.
Over to the left wing. From deep. And the Bronx, another 3.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
We've got 1:28 left in the first half of basketball. And now let's bring you the list of the top 3-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games.
Incredible accuracy from deep over the past couple games. Great floor spacing. And, of course, their shooters have all the confidence in the world right now.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Diaz checked in for Hachimura. And it's Whitehead in for Kispert. Floats it up for Curry. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Boston where they'll take on the Celtics.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Phenom, White covering. Oh!
No way.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Here's Beal. That shot missing. The Bronx goes the other way with it. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could.
What a jam!
Wow.
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Poke loose. And they're moving it up. This one for 3. And the Bronx, another 3.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so it's the Bronx in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. So far, it has been a runaway. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Early out there with Curry. And it's Barrows in a 2-guard. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him. Washington has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Here's Whitehead. An easy 2 points on the layup. Whitehead's got his first points of the night.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Halftime talks can go all over the board, but right there coming out, that's the way you want to start the half. Be aggressive.
Again, the Wizards good for 2.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Phenom covered by Morris. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
One of the more striking things about Emmanuel Quickly is his ability to draw fouls and get to the line. That's pretty special for a young player, and he's automatic when he gets there.
Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 5.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Beal. Just an incredible month of basketball. How about 36 points per game, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds? And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
Well, he attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
Morris, no good. And for a perimeter player to draw as many fouls as Quickly. Brent, that's pretty impressive.
Well, there's some ability in there for him as a passer, too, so he can find teammates. He'll drive into the lane. It's just a matter of him recognizing when it's time for him and time for a teammate.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And Morris has got the ball here for the Wizards. He feeds it to Avdia. Got a hand on it. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Flash? And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And back to his efficiency from 3, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail. It's picked off. Knocked loose to the left side wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Phenom from deep three-point range. He can't hit that time. And the Wizards now going the other way. Here's Avdia. It's blocked. Outside Curry. Pass to Phillips. Here's Barrows. He's covered by Beal. This is to Curry. And Curry throws it down hard.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. So it's the Wizards now. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success, he says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Kevin, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks. Here's Davis. And too long on the shot. The Bronx, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Pulls up on the elbow, and the Bronx tacks on 2 more.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Whitehead, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Now, lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to protect.
Ouch! Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Pass to Avdia. Morris, left side. Lets it go from deep. Bronx grabs the miss. Burley's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Banked in off the glass. 26 points for him.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Davis, the pass to Gafford. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
A sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
White, he's checked in for Morris. Bronx making a switch here. For the Bronx, they've got nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Here's Simon. Takes it off the glass.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
Hachimura is checked in for the Wizards.
Coming onto the floor for your Wizards, Rui Hachimura.
They get a hand on it, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
The three from Davis. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
And the Wizards making a change here. Kispert's checked in. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Hachimura setting the pick for Davis. Here's Kispert. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Kispert's got 5 points so far.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Papadopoulos, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that? White looking around with some arc, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And let's take this chance now to break out the list of the league's leading teams in the steals department.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
And both free throws good for White. The Bronx has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Here's some.
Okay.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. White the pass to Davis. White setting the pick for Davis. And Davis throws it down.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Count that one. He's got 11.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Davis setting the pick for Hachimura. Gafford kicks to Kispert. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Going.
Yes, sir.
And that's how he makes his presence felt.
And Greg, we see him do it time and again. He is a special, special talent. He doesn't hit that one.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
And so it's the Bronx, up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Kispert is out there with Hachimura. Then it's DeLon Wright. And there's Davis. And it's Carey in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Clock at 6. Hachimura, the pass to Wright. No good on the three. To the wing right side. We know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing two bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
The Bronx has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. The pass to Phillips. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And Washington has possession. Wright looking around. Pass to Kispert. No good from outside.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
And Curry, here we go. And Curry with the stuff.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
Here's Wright. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's blocked. Passes it to Papadopoulos. Outside for Curry. And so the ball's out of bounds. Hachimura touched it last.
Basketball. Substitution for the away team.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Just 2 to shoot. A little shot fake there. Got the D out of position.
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
Right outside. Pass to Hachimura. Davis in the corner. Takes the three. Bronx grabs the miss. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's stolen by Davis. There's the pass to Wright. Back to Davis. Wright sets a screen for Davis. Trains it from beyond the arc.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Hachimura setting the pick for Davis. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. And Wright kicks to Kispert. No good on the triple.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every...
Oh!
Yes, sir.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Right, the pass to Hachimura. Kispert setting the pick for Hachimura. Outside, Davis. It's tipped.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Passes it to Phillips. And so much great talent coming into the league, Greg, every year. That 2021 draft class, in particular, looks very strong.
Absolutely. Anytime you got just a couple potential stars, but from the looks of it, upwards of 5, you know it's been a special draft.
Hachimura finds Wright. Wright sets a screen for Davis. Pass to Hachimura. Phillips is guarded by Davis. Wright with the double team. Here's Phillips with the drive.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
Washington's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Davis gets a wide open look. Good on the triple. Davis has got 11 points here in just the second half.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Kicks it to Robinson. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bronx.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for the Wizards. Morris comes in for Wright. Now, here is Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bronx.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Davis, the pass to Gafford. Now here is Hachimura. And the wide open shot from Morris. Again, the Wizards good for 2. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Phenom, and then jammed down as he goes right over Daniel Gafford.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And here's Morris for 3. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
To the inside, Gafford.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Here's Phenom. It's stolen by Morris. So no problem for the Bronx as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. You know, sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew as we end with the New Balance Player of the Game.